customers, employees, neighbors, and community partners for putting your trust in us. We look forward to celebrating with you and to continuing the important mission we started back in 1873 to give every individual a chance to thrive. To join the celebration, visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, my name is Dr. Katina Simmons. I'm the optometrist and the new owner of Grizzled Eye Care, formerly the office of Dr. Joel Zuckerbaum. I would like to welcome you and your family to make an appointment today for an eye exam. Even though the name has changed, we are still providing the same family-friendly eye care as Dr. Z. We are located at 8 North Main Street in Jewett City. You can also find Grizzled Eye Care on Facebook and send us a message. Don't forget that eye exams correlate to your whole body health too. It's not just new glasses and contacts. So, come see me, Dr. Katina Simmons, at the all-new Grizzled Eye Care, formerly Dr. Zuckerbaum. Hope to see you soon.
Life's been tough, and it's even tougher than ever to find a good therapist. But these days, all you hear is, "Sorry, we aren't accepting new patients." Next time, reach out to Life's Journey Counseling Services. They're located on Main Street, right in the middle of Jewett City, and they are accepting new patients right now. Individual, couples, family, and group counseling are all services available at Life's Journey Counseling Services in Jewett City. Find them online at lifesjourneyct.com and click on Book Appointment for information on how to start or to simply get questions answered. Life's Journey Counseling Services has multiple therapists on staff, so your questions, concerns, and counseling needs will all be met. lifesjourneyct.com. It's the best place to start your personal journey to heal, become a better version of yourself, and strengthen your relationships. Life's Journey Counseling Services, 70 Main Street here in Jewett City, lifesjourneyct.com.
You see the signs everywhere. No alcohol if under 21. No tobacco under 21. No vaping supplies under 21. It's 21 for a reason.
Youth that use alcohol are more likely to engage in other risky behaviors, such as gambling. Learn the warning signs and how to talk to your children about addiction.
It's 21 for a reason. Brought to you by CIRAC and funded in partnership with SAMHSA. Find out more at CIRACCT.org.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling on it.
The dad joke. Corny, grown-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off at school? Bye, son.
So take a moment to make your kid laugh, because dad jokes rule. Make your kid laugh today. Go to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Your community radio, live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And when they are stupid, it's funny.
Jesus, how long have we been doing this show together now?
Years.
It literally has been.
Yes.
Because like this breaker that you hear right now, we've had this for 2 years.
Wow.
Just that one. Wow. It's time to freshen that up.
Yeah, I was I was 36 when I started. Yeah. I didn't have any gray hair. Yeah.
You still really kind of don't.
No. Yeah.
So yeah, we've been.
I just got more hair too.
See, we had well. First, I had as a co-host, Mr. Jewett City.
Yes.
For about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Maybe. You've been here 5, 6
at least. Yeah.
Where's the time gone?
Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Yeah.
Woohoo! So yeah, it's been quite a while.
Yeah.
And I still can't get you to talk.
Yeah. 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 Well, it's Wednesday. We made it halfway through the week.
You did, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Is right.
So that last commercial talking about father involvement, and dad jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't had any dad jokes in a while.
I got one for you.
Oh yeah.
Why do forks have 4 prongs and not 3?
Why do forks have? I don't know.
Because if they only had 3, it'd be a threek. Get it?
Fork. God.
Okay. I thought it was good. I don't know.
I'm just going to have to get mine back again.
You haven't brought one in a while.
I know.
You have not brought one in.
I'm going to have to get some more.
So, all right. So one of the things that I'm kind of, I'm not a crafty guy, right?
Yeah.
I'm really not. I can't draw stick figures. I can't draw a circle. I mean, it's bad. I really can't draw anything.
Well, I can't draw anything really either.
But I have discovered, I've discovered something that I can actually do.
Yeah.
And that's make water bottles, tumblers.
Yeah. So you blow your own glass?
No. They're stainless steel.
Oh, they're stainless steel.
So I just wanted to show a couple this morning.
So you're a tin maker.
Kind of, I guess, yeah. I wanted to show a couple this morning. That I got about 55 different ones now.
Wow.
That I have. This one right here is Pac-Man.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Yeah. Cool.
That's just one of them.
Yeah.
It's 20-ounce tumbler.
Yeah.
This one I kind of goofed up a little bit on. You can see the ghosting.
Yeah.
On the bottom there.
Why don't you make one with Bud Light? Never mind. Coors.
So that's one of them. That's
yeah. It's pretty nice. Yeah.
They're fun to make.
Yeah.
They sell like crazy on TikTok.
Yeah.
They really do. I have to keep. We'll put it this way. I told you. I just ordered another 50 blanks because I can't keep them. I can't keep them in.
No. Wow.
Here's a fun one. Here's a fun one right here. And I made it. I mean, it's not something that I bought like this. We did the design, and this is Aquanet.
Hairspray. That's kind of cool.
Everything's kind of 80s based.
Yeah.
But like
kind of cool.
You can have an Aquanet tumbler.
Yeah. Very nice.
But I just, I don't think I ever get on here and just kind of say, hey, look, this is what I did.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I make, and this is what I'm selling. Yeah. I'm the worst self-promoter in the world.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, okay. And this one is for maybe the religious type.
Yeah.
Perhaps. It's called Satan Be Gone. It's a spray bottle, kind of looks like.
That's
right?
kind of cool.
Right.
Yeah.
And it says on it, eliminates temptation. Yeah. Get thee behind me spray. Refreshing heavenly scent. That's it right there.
That's kind of cool.
So, and it's a tumbler.
Yeah.
Kills 99.9% of fear and doubt.
That's true. That's good.
And it's got a cross.
Excellent. That's kind of cool.
So, yeah, there we
You
go.
pretty much make them out of any product label.
You can.
Yeah.
But you've got to doctor them up and resize them, and sometimes it can be a real pain, and but this is something that I have found that I could actually do.
Yeah. Why don't you make one with Bud Light, cross off Bud Light, and put it on Coors?
I don't know.
So afraid of that, huh?
Not afraid of it. I just don't know if it would sell. All right. How about Guns N' Roses?
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Look at the picture. Came up pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
See?
Guns N' Roses.
Axl Rose does not look like that anymore, I'll guarantee you.
No, he's chubby. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And basically, you can't, even the seam, you can hardly see it.
Yeah. Kind of cool.
So, yeah, if anybody's interested in any of these tumblers, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
And we can hook you up. You can, if you go to our TikTok page, which is We Love the 80s, there's a shop there with all of these.
Yeah. Can people request a certain design?
Yeah, matter of fact, it's funny you say that because This one right here was a request.
Yeah.
I had a request last night for Supernatural, the show Supernatural.
Yeah.
So I just got a design for that.
Yeah.
This one right here. This is now our most popular all of a sudden.
Oh, Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Oh.
That's it.
Yeah.
And this right here is not a seam. That's actually part of the design.
Yeah. You want to do one with Indiana Jones since this movie's out now.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
A little foodie on the bottom, and
that's kind of cool.
So anyway, yeah, it's they're fun to make, and I know right now that if you buy them through the TikTok shop,
yeah,
that I have, it's free shipping. They have coupons there that give you like up to 30% off. It's pretty crazy. They're really trying to push their online marketplace.
Gotcha.
That's what they're doing.
So if I wanted to buy one, how much are those things?
Well, they're 25.
Yeah.
And they're right now, most of them are on sale for 20.
Oh, okay.
Then if you get a coupon, people are getting them for like $14.
There you go.
Custom tumblers for $14, really. Come on.
Cool. In a specialty gift wrap box
in
too.
a box too. Look at that.
Yeah. How about that?
So let's see. We got the Chris's here. Good morning, Scott. Denise, Kathy didn't like my joke. Said that was bad.
I agree.
And Chris says, "Hey, it's National Hot Dog Day."
Oh, it is Hot Dog Day?
Well, Chris says it's National
Hot Dog Day?
Day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Chris also says that a deal for you for the tumblers, just $100. But I don't really offer them locally.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but.
Well, if you own your own business, this would be a good advertisement thing to hand out to your employees.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, show them a little gratification. Give them a tumbler.
We could. Well, no, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. We could make them for just about any company.
Yeah. Put their name on it.
Put the name on it.
Great, sure.
Sure.
Yeah. That's why I don't have one.
I have one on my desk in the other room. It's a Van Halen one that I made.
No.
So, and I know that people that have bought them says it keeps the hot, it keeps the cold.
Oh, that's good.
So it works.
Oh, this time of year, you really want to keep it cold.
Yeah. And they're 20 ounce, so they're good size.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really offer them local because I remember people say, "Hey, make this shirt, Mike," and nobody would buy it.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But that's why I spend other than streaming sports, I spend a bulk of my time
making.
Well, no, doing the using working on the We Love the 80s brand on TikTok.
Gotcha.
Because there's 152,000 followers on that page, and it's been fun. I've met a lot of great people.
I think I have one follower.
Me?
Yeah, no, myself.
Yourself? I don't think you can follow.
No, I didn't follow. I don't do that crap.
So, but if I put these up on a shop for Eastern Connecticut, be like, yeah, I'll get one next week. Mark my words.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. Well, very good.
It's not a yard sale.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're fun. So I just wanted to kind of share that.
Good.
There's oh my God, I got so many different ones. Like let's see, I don't even know what's this one right here. Oh, there's a George Michael one right there. That's a horror movie.
No.
One that you can't see it.
No.
If you had your screen up, you would. But
no. Well, if somebody put a screen up on the wall, then we could see it.
I'm not doing that. You have a phone, you can do it.
Oh, okay.
You can do it. Or you can buy the screen and put it up so you can watch it.
Oh, you don't have any extras?
No.
Well, you?
No.
Okay.
You run on your phone, dude. I mean, That's the one that's on the screen right now is one of our most popular. It's the 80s horror movie. That one's fun. The Blockbuster tumbler. I have one of those as well that I keep. It's modeled after a Blockbuster VHS box. That one right there that I'm showing right now is our absolute most popular. It's all cassettes. All the way around. So it looks like a stack of cassettes.
Gotcha. Cool.
New Kids on the Block. There's one of 80s beverages. Diet Pepsi, Surge, Jolt, and Tab. Oh, that's the 80s one again. Let's see. Oh, here's one for your nurse friends. It's like an 80s design. It says RN on it.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Are you looking at it?
Yeah.
See how easy that is, Paul?
Yeah, I know. Ain't too many people making a comment on it.
And then there's that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
You lost them all.
No, they're still there.
Yeah.
You're looking at one room, Paul.
I know. One room.
Okay, we're in about 12.
12 rooms?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're in a house.
Yeah.
I got you.
And there's the Guns N' Roses one. We got an Aerosmith one, Van Halen, AC/DC.
Yeah.
Got a whole bunch of them. But yeah. I just think nobody in Eastern Connecticut likes me because they don't buy anything from me.
I wonder why.
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever.
Well, the good thing is people out of town don't know you, so.
You're making me sound like a son of a bitch.
No.
Well, what are you trying to say?
They don't know who you are.
Okay, so
they think you're somebody. You think you're a celeb.
I never claimed to be
no,
a
no,
celebrity.
no.
People
probably think you're a celeb of some kind.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I'm just a dude, man. I'm just a dude. I'm
You're a dude.
Nothing more. I'm not just a guy.
Okay.
Just a bill on Capitol Hill. I am not. I never ever claim.
I know.
To be anything like that.
I know.
I don't want to be. I'm afraid to be. I wouldn't want to be that.
No. Then we'd have paparazzi showing around and taking pictures of you.
No.
Yeah. Then you'd get in trouble again because people would pay more attention to you than local.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
Yeah, that's all right.
Who wants a 57-year-old cringy guy?
You never know.
Victoria says we'll have to chat about a corgi cup design.
Oh, there you go.
So how many would you want, Victoria?
Well, this puppy wants 37.
Huh?
37.
Mark says that's not true. I'm out of town and I know Mike. Mark, that may not be a good thing. That's the other thing I get. It's like, hey, can you make a tumbler for this? Hey, can you? And they'll go, yeah, oh yeah, that's cool. All right, thanks. So I stopped doing. So I'm gonna put a listing up for a custom design. Because if somebody, if it's gonna be like a one and done thing, it's not worth it.
No.
I mean, for friends,
yeah.
That's one thing. Victoria.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But just for like putting them up nationally, to put one, it's not worth it.
Pretty soon you'll be on QVC.
No. No, it started off just those. So my friend Peggy, her and her husband Dennis, who were here about a week and a half ago, from Utah. She's making a lot of the designs. And they're pretty crafty and good stuff. I'm not. And I was talking to her the other day, and I was like, okay, so it was like I told you this morning. So we'll buy a box of tumblers, see how this works. Yeah. Okay, we'll buy another box. Oh, we're gonna buy 2 boxes. Well, I have one that's back there. It's on my desk, a blank one. and it's already spoken for. So I got to make that later, and I'm out.
Wow.
And I just ordered 50 more, which will be in tomorrow. So,
wow.
So yeah. But anyway, I mean, TikTok is very, very aggressive right now when it comes to their online stores.
Gotcha.
So they're giving free shipping. I mean, they are literally picking up the tab for shipping on everything. For ground shipping, but on a tumbler, it's $7, $8.
Yeah. Depending on where
that
they're
adds
going.
up.
Oh yeah, depending on where they're going.
Right. No, I found they're pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the continental United States, lower 48.
Okay.
So they're also discounting because I freaked out one day because somebody bought a tumbler. I'm like, oh, hey, somebody bought a tumbler, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm looking like, how the F did they get 30% off? And I'm like, wait, I can't afford this, you know? I mean,
you're still getting your cost.
So what I did is I went and I contacted their customer service, for store support, and they reimburse us.
Oh, that's good.
So they're picking up that tab too.
Yeah.
So it's like for first time customers. So, is this a commercial? Not really. I just think it's kind of cool that they're actually picking up the shipping and they're also giving coupons because they want you to buy from the stores they have on.
Cool.
Oh, that's good coffee. So anyway, enough of that. Let's move on. So, one of the things that kind of came to my mind is like most people have some pet.
True.
Whether it's a dog, cat, goldfish, ferret, monkey, some people have monkeys, large cats, fish.
Yeah.
Somebody, they got something.
Yeah.
A lot of people have something.
Yep.
Sometimes they cause a problem, not just for you, but maybe your neighbor. Oh. Fish won't.
Okay.
Unless they're, one fish, two fish, red fish, blowfish.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes, you'll find out cats cats in my lawn, cats in my yard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't really put a leash law in for cats.
No, and our cats are, they stay inside.
Well, you really should keep them inside because if you don't, guess what? You're not going to have a cat anymore.
I know.
Especially in this area.
This area is not bad. It was Canterbury. Canterbury,
wildlife.
We lost.
Well, there's a lot of wildlife around here that you really don't, there's wildlife.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not as, it's not as risky to lose a cat.
Well,
anyway, we have one cat.
If you live downtown, you're probably not going to have a risk other than getting whacked by a car. But
we have one cat that tries to sneak outside and sometimes is very successful in getting out.
Yeah.
And that's Colonel.
Yeah.
And he'll you open the door and he's waiting. He's waiting and he'll zip out.
Yeah.
But most of the time it's your dog, right?
Yeah.
Your
dogs.
That is, the problem.
Yeah.
It's their dog, your dog down the street. They're barking too much. They're aggressive or whatever.
That's true.
So here's let me drop a scenario to you. Let me talk to you. So let's say you have a dog. It's in your yard, right?
Yeah.
And the dog sees somebody on your street, on a side street, walking their dog. And then your dog runs over, right?
Yep.
And is now out of your yard.
Sniffing the other dog's butt.
No.
That's what they do.
No. Well, yeah. But the other dog, a larger dog, let's say, is very can be very aggressive.
Oh, yeah. That's
And the owner is yanking him back.
Yep.
What happens if the owner can't control his dog? Is that the fault of the owner of the guy walking the dog? Or is that the fault of the person where their dog left their yard?
It's the fault of the dog that left the yard because there's a leash law.
Okay.
You got all your dogs are supposed to be on a leash. So if you're out there and your dog gets bit,
yeah,
it's going to be your fault because the person did have him on a leash.
Okay.
You know, a lot of times, some people that have a big dog, they have a hard time controlling them.
Yes.
I mean,
Okay.
normally you can walk with a dog, but if they're big and they see another dog or something else, guess
Okay.
what? Pretty tough.
So what if your dog is tied up and is barking at that other dog,
Yeah.
you know, having like a Napoleon complex or something,
Yeah.
and that other dog gets loose a little bit and goes after the other dog?
Then it's the person who other dog got off the leash.
Right.
It's their
Okay.
fault. Yep.
I wanted to see what people thought about that.
That's my thought on it would be because they're not under control.
Right.
So therefore, and your dog or their dog is in their own yard. That
Yeah.
person went on your property, so it's their fault.
So here's another scenario, and I think this is a totally different scenario.
Mhm.
Same scenario, but different.
Yeah.
So let's say your dog, who's running around, you know, yipping around in your yard,
Yeah.
sees this other dog. You know, it's like, I mean, first of all, are they going to fight, or are they just really overly excited? We don't know.
Could be. It's very possible.
Yeah. So let's say that your dog, Paul, leaves the yard or just goes to the edge of the yard.
Yeah.
And you call your dog back and he comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Then the owner of the dog that's walking and his dog's going batshit crazy
Yeah.
has something to say to you in your yard about your dog.
Well, if the dog is in my yard and he's not out on the public way, then that person, so what? I mean, if you were walking by their yard and the dog was in there, same situation.
Right.
So
let's say
Yeah.
that the person said, "Hey, you better, if this dog comes near my dog, whatever, and I can't control him, there will be bloodshed." Let's say, okay?
Yeah.
What happens then is now I think this is something different. This is almost a threat between two people. That's the way I'm looking at that.
Are they going to do harm to your dog? Is that what they meant by that? Or are they saying my dog's a big dog and, we all know instances where big dogs have actually chewed on little dogs and actually, unfortunately, have killed them.
Right.
So
We've got to be careful.
you have to be careful.
But what I'm saying is that now you have the owner threatening the other owner.
Yeah. I mean, but
I think that's a different situation right there. But tell me if I'm wrong. Basically saying, well, if I can't do it, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Even though the dog's staying in their yard.
Yeah. All right. That's
Walk your dog somewhere else.
Yeah. If they know that your dogs are there, then why aren't they just walk around your yard or just go someplace else? Walk on the other side of the street,
Or even not around,
Yeah,
a house
because
that
they
has
know
dogs.
they know the dogs are there. They know their dog
Right.
is going to react to it. So,
Victoria says we actually don't have a leash law, and I knew.
and
It stated you must have control of your dog.
yeah, I don't know if there's a leash law in Griswold or Jewett City. I don't know. Because she lives in Sterling. Everything's free in Sterling. Anybody can walk down the street free and clear.
Chris says, get a cat, problem solved. Not necessarily, Chris, to be honest with you. I mean, we have cats,
Well,
but there are people that like dogs.
yeah.
They
there's cat people and dog people.
All right,
Some
Victoria
people are
says,
a lot of people are allergic to cats.
Victoria says it's a state law. So, Daryl, let's say if you have an invisible fence and your dog goes through it, it's still your fault.
Yeah, because it's not on your property.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the difference.
The invisible fence, I don't know if I trust them. And they're expensive.
Oh, yeah.
They're very expensive.
Yeah.
Then you gotta sometimes have a person come and train your dog to do that.
Yeah.
So we actually have a situation like that.
Yeah.
That's why, you know what I mean? I brought this up. We've got neighbors who have come out and said that their dog is a jerk. And I guess it's even on Prozac. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
This is the dog's on something.
Yeah.
So I know when my dogs run to the other side of the yard and their dog is penned up, they'll come over to and start barking like crazy and everything.
Which is common in little dogs.
Their dog's a big dog.
I know, but little dogs are very barky anyway.
Right. So they'll bark at each other and everything, whatever.
Yeah.
But they're on the other side of the fence.
He's saying probably, come over here, I'll kick your ass.
Huh?
Let me say, come over here, I'll kick your ass. I don't care how big you are.
Come on.
Yeah.
Put him up.
Step over that line.
I'll bite your ankles.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. But if you know this is a problem for your dog who apparently is violent and he's known to be violent, I would think that you would need to walk that dog somewhere else.
Yeah.
Not just my dogs, but other dogs. If he's known to be like that, I would think that. And I actually have text messages saying that our dog does this, our dog does that.
But if the dog is like that, if he's around other dogs, how is he around people? I mean, if he's that aggressive.
I've never gotten close enough to the dog to say. All right, so here come the comments. Let's see. Kevin Cunningham, the czar of Plainfield.
Yeah.
Why did the poor dog chase his tail? He was trying to make both ends meet.
Oh, another dad
There we
joke.
go. Hey, how's Serge, by the way?
Yeah.
Daryl says, if you want to have a PP measuring contest and threaten how your dog can beat up another dog, then you shouldn't have a dog. Scott says, we have an invisible fence and my dogs are 100 pounds each and won't run through it. They won't even get to the point where it gives the warning beep. Now, Scott, let me ask you, is it one of those, do they have one of those collars that zap them? Because I actually bought one of those and it doesn't work. No. You know what works? Is the ones that spray citronella in their face. They're like $80 a piece.
Oh.
Crazy.
Well.
Victoria says the person walking the dog has made the property owner aware of what may happen to the property owner, has a duty to control their dog. Walker may not have delivered the message well, but they did give notice.
Yeah, you don't know what he meant when he said there's going to be bloodshed. You know, you could take it two ways. But again, it could have been a
Tell me
warning.
what those two ways are.
Yeah, I know, but it could have.
No, tell me.
Huh?
Tell me. You said two ways. Tell me what those ways are.
Well, like I said, the first thing he could say, the reason why he said that is because he knows this dog was aggressive. And if your dog crosses the line, we all know the big dog's going to beat up the little dog. So there's definitely going to be bloodshed. Or he could have meant that I'm going to kick your dog in the face.
We don't know.
We don't know. So we don't know what he meant by that comment, but it could have been either or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
And, and the other thing too is a lot of people that have animals don't take care of them. Talk about that part of the story. Yeah. Not so much yourself, but, people who have animals probably shouldn't have animals.
I don't think that these people
Oh, I'm not saying these
are
people.
irresponsible pet owners.
No, I'm not saying they are, but there are a lot of irresponsible pet owners out there.
Let's see here. Actually, Victoria just brought up a really, really good solution here, and I'll get to that in a second. I think it's a good idea, but Daryl says my dog is super dog aggressive. He loves people and cats. When he goes for walks, he has a harness and a collar, both with leashes. I would make sure the dogs can't see each other through the fence. That helps a lot.
Yeah, that did help. Yeah. Yeah.
That's never the problem. It's when he walks the dog.
Yeah.
And he goes right by the house. And one of our dogs, it's actually only one of our dogs that really.
Yeah. I mean, if he knows it, he could bypass your house by walking on the opposite side of the street.
Right, but it's not just our dogs. You know what I mean? It's other dogs, that this dog is aggressive with.
Yeah.
Victoria says a soft muzzle may be a good idea for the walker's dog.
Yeah, but nobody wants to put a muzzle on their dog. Unfortunately, we all know that. Yeah. I mean, would you buy a muzzle for your dogs?
My dogs, no, because they're little Shih Tzus.
Yeah, but
they're not going to hurt anybody.
Yeah, they have a tendency. Some little Shih Tzus do nip a little bit, though.
But if you're a German Shepherd,
well, yeah,
or a Golden Retriever, you got a good chance of really hurting somebody.
They're baby dogs. Retrievers, come on.
Really? Well, look it up and see how many people get killed by Golden Retrievers a year.
Yeah, well.
I'm sorry, labs.
All right,
labs.
All right, there you go.
I'm sorry, retriever owners.
Because their golden retrievers are like babies.
Yeah. No, labs.
No, labs. Okay. They could be powerful.
Kathy says shepherds are big babies. Well, your dog is a big baby. Ada is just sweet. Yeah. And will bark. My experience with the Wasilek's dog is that she'll bark, but she doing that to I think to alert people. I don't think. And actually, the other day she actually let me pet her. So she's seen me a few times now. So I think that's one thing. So, but I think it talks to the dog owner. How they take care of their dog.
Well, yeah.
Victoria says little dogs are most likely to start the issue. I'm not saying that my dogs aren't jerks. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, because they're the ones that are mostly noisy. I mean, let's face it, they're yappers. All little dogs are kind of like yappers. That's all they do is beep, 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 beep. Where a big dog will just sit there and just turn his head and look at you.
Yeah.
Saying, go ahead, make my day.
Well, look at pit bulls. Look at pit bulls, for example.
Well, not all. See, pit bulls take a bad rap too.
I know I think it's about the owner.
Yeah.
I really do. I think it's about the owner.
Yeah.
That it's about the owner, the way they take care of the dog. There are how many sweet and adorable pit bulls out there?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And how many are not?
True. Yeah.
So, Chris, who has jokes, just sick Paco on them. Paco is my bearded dragon.
Yeah.
Paco doesn't want anything to do with anybody.
Of course not.
Especially right now. He's in a mood the last few days. I don't know what his issue is.
Hey, what can I tell you?
Darren Ladu from the Healthy Computer.
Yep.
School Street, Jewett City. Right next to the
dog groomer.
The dog groomer.
Yep.
I wonder if they know about this dog. He goes, sounds like this person is more interested in showing off how big and bad his dog is. If he really cared about his dog, he would know that he has to be the one that protects others as well as protecting his dog.
Yep. Yeah.
And I think right there, Daryl, that is probably the most reasonable
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, the person could always walk on the other side of the street. If he's used to walking the dog on your street or around your street,
Which he is.
and he knows where dogs are, it's just not your dog. It could be other dogs.
Oh, it is other dogs. It's not just our dog.
So he could just walk on the opposite side.
And we've made accommodations for their dog.
Yeah.
You know, like for example, when Howie and Henry are on leashes in the back, we've actually moved them so they can't get to the fence.
Yeah.
Where Tucker will be able to see them or smell them. We'll be able to smell them, but
yeah.
I just divulged the dog's name. What's a dog?
Well,
Howie, I talk Howie and Henry all the time. So, but we've done that. You know, we make sure that they're tied up. So that way, you know.
Well, you're not going to get the guy to change his mind. It's up to that individual because, and by right, he has a right to walk on the street.
Mm.
I mean, it's a public way, and he has the right. Except he could go around where the dogs are if he wanted to. Maybe he's just being stubborn and saying, "The hell with it, I'm just going to walk down and make those dogs jealous."
Daryl says, "I have a 100-pound pit mix. He's 13, and it's been a priority to protect him from himself." Does he chew his own leg?
Maybe he's the dog that chases his tail so he can beat both ends.
I guess. It's like anything, you know. You have. Oh, he just goes, "No, he's dumb."
Yeah.
A call to animal control may be in order. For educational purposes, they could advise about possibly using a muzzle or advise to keep the little ones controlled.
If you got nothing to find about, think about it. There's nothing you can. I mean, he's walking his dog, and the dogs are dogs.
Right, but if his dog is aggressive,
if his dog's aggressive and does something, then you're
if
right.
my dogs are in my yard,
Yeah.
then he better control his dog from coming in my yard.
Exactly.
Because what he said is, if I lose control of my dog, all right. So at that point, it doesn't matter where my dogs are. He has said, if I lose control of my dog, there will be bloodshed. That's exactly what he said.
And it'll be his fault.
Huh?
It'll be his fault.
Right. That's my problem.
Yeah.
That's why I said, I think now you have a different scenario and issue altogether. The dogs are the dogs. But when you have the other owner saying, hey, if I can't do this, that sounds like a threat to me.
Or a warning.
Or a warning. It doesn't matter where my dog is in that scenario.
Yeah.
It could be on that side of the road, or in his yard.
Yep.
If he loses control of his dog, then he's saying pretty much he's going to get him. So it doesn't matter. That's the point I have a problem with.
Well, then, unfortunately, he's going to be responsible. But the other thing is that you don't know what kind of, what's going to happen with your dog if he gets a hold of him. So you're right. But he would be responsible. I mean, if he's...
Oh, Melissa, this is... Oh. Melissa feels bad. I know she feels bad. She goes, it's my fault because I didn't tie Henry up 2 days in a row. I just feel bad for him because he's a good dog who doesn't wander. So I try to give him free rein in the yard. Henry is nosy and noisy and runs out to say hello. It's a problem. And I just think it's unfair that I have to keep my dog tied up in his own yard. Well, I agree.
Yeah.
But if we don't have boundaries in our yard, then I think that's the issue.
Yeah, they're not fenced in. You just can't let him loose. Because then he's very good.
And Henry is a good dog.
I know, but if he wanders out.
Howie's always on a leash because Howie will take off.
Yeah. So if he wanders out and ends up in that guy's yard, then it's your fault.
Yeah.
I mean, and God forbid, think about the person who's driving a car down the road, and God forbid, it's him.
Melissa was visibly upset yesterday, and then she says in the car, but Henry doesn't like to be tied up.
Well, what are you going to do? Got no choice.
Her daughter goes, he's a dog. dog.
He doesn't want to be tied up, then go live on a farm.
We did that. We lost 2 cats.
Well, that's what you.
Chris goes, Howie has places to be. Howie is a jerk. Howie is. Henry is, he's a very, for the most part, calm, reasonable, friendly dog.
Yeah.
He really is. He was always friendly.
Yeah.
He just wants to be loved.
Yeah.
He loves human touch and everything. I know I'm talking about my dogs too much, but when it comes to things, he's still a dog. You know, and I think Henry is running after Tucker, you know, to say, hey, I'm a dog.
Yeah.
Let's chat. I'm a dog. Tucker's looking for lunch. You
Well,
know, and
you don't know if Tucker's looking for lunch.
huh?
You don't know. He may, you know.
We don't, and that's one thing that was brought up yesterday. Is Tucker being aggressive or is he just excited?
That's possible too.
We don't know.
You don't know, but you can't take that chance.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't take that chance.
Right.
Yeah.
My problem isn't the fact that we've got to keep our dog tied up in our yard because we don't have, you know, boundaries.
Yeah.
Excuse me, set up for that dog.
Well, you know, there's a lot of people that don't have boundaries. They have to tie them up.
My problem is if my dog is tied up in my yard and still barking, which he's going to do.
Absolutely.
And then Tucker loses his ever-loving mind because he missed his Prozac treatment and gets away from his owner, that's an issue. Yeah. So the issue is that the dog is violent.
Well,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where Howie and Henry are.
Yeah.
If he gets loose, it's going to be a problem.
But it's not just your dog in the neighborhood. It's anybody's dog. If he walks down the street and he's doing that to other dogs, same thing.
It's any dog that, you know, there's a dog across the street, Roxy, really sweet dog, Parks. It's a beagle or a basset hound or something like that.
It's a beagle.
It is a beagle?
Yeah,
okay.
You can see it when you walk out, drive down the street.
And you just go over there and you talk to Roxy and you pet her and she's fun. She's a good dog.
Yeah.
You know, but she gets barked at too.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Let's say Tucker, Prozac dog, gets loose and goes after Roxy, who's tied up in what then? See, that's what I'm saying. I think is the problem is if you know your dog is aggressive and there's a possibility that this dog is going to go ahead and get loose and do damage to something else. And I think you need to take heed of that. And you have to make precautions. You have to put precautions in place.
Well, what if he's aggressive and there's a little kid on the street? I mean, what if there's a little kid on the street? What if he, you know what I'm saying, if he's that aggressive?
I don't think I've ever seen him aggressive towards another human. I mean, I haven't.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's not happening.
Yeah.
Hey, Lori, good morning. Lori Sorter. We installed a fence in our area when our daughter got a new Great Dane puppy. We can open our back door to let her in.
Great Dane, you just walk over the fence.
Let her in without worry. The best investment ever.
Yeah, Great Danes are very calm.
Kathy goes, is Tucker the yellow lab? Tucker's yellow, and he's right next door. I mean, he's like if you're looking at our house, it's right next door.
Yeah, I don't know how.
There's another the next door, the next house down.
Yeah.
They have a yellow lab that came out, you know, charging at Howie and Henry one day when we were walking them. I mean, it came out in a very aggressive stance, and they weren't tied up.
Well, that would have been their issue if something happened. But labs are, you know, they're playful and they're, you know, it's hard to control them. So, is the dog really aggressive, or is he giving him Prozac just to keep him calm? You don't know. I mean, you don't know the situation because maybe the dog is not aggressive. Maybe it's just he's so wild that you give him Prozac just to calm him down. So maybe he might not even hurt your dog. Maybe he's talking to the dogs.
No, the dog's Prozac'd up when he's barking at Howard.
I know, but maybe he needs a higher dose. I don't know. It's basically to calm him down. So
maybe he needs to go walking somewhere else where there's no dogs.
Well, we don't have a dog park, so there's nothing.
Well, that wouldn't be a great idea. There are other dogs, and he's got a problem with other dogs.
Well, don't know.
Find somewhere where there's no dogs.
No. He could say the same to you. Go find some place to walk your dog so there's no.
My dog's in my yard.
Well, it's not just you; it's everybody in the neighborhood.
No, I'm just talking about my.
I know you. I know
what I mean. I'm not talking about anybody else's experience.
I know, but maybe when he walks by their yard, that's the same.
But
way.
if his dog is the problem with every other dog, then he's the one that's got to make the adjustment. We've made adjustments for Tucker.
Yeah.
Shortening their area so the dogs can't get to the fence and annoy Tucker.
But the one thing you don't know is he's never attacked your dogs.
Because supposedly Tucker's owner has been able to hold him back.
Yeah, but he doesn't know whether they're going to nip at your dog or what, or is his teeth showing when he's barking like he's growling, he's coming after him? Or
he's vicious.
Oh, well, if he's vicious, then that's a different story. But if he's just barking like crazy,
Well, the situation or the question did come up of whether or not he's just excited or not.
Well, that's the other thing you don't know.
Right.
Right. And then the Prozac maybe just to calm him down.
Huh?
Prozac's there to calm him down.
Well, apparently it's not working.
Well, either that or maybe he's not giving it to him on the walk. I don't know. We don't know when he gives the Prozac.
We don't.
You don't know.
We don't.
Yeah.
And honestly, my neighbors are not bad people.
Yeah.
They're not. They're very. I mean, they love their dog.
Well,
and they're going to stand by their dog, and I get it. I mean, Kathy says having a fence will help a lot. It's great to be able to open the door and let Ada out and not have to worry about anything other than catching rabbits.
Yeah.
That would be Ada Potato.
Gotcha.
Apparently that's what they call Ada Potato. But they walk, her and Rich walk Ada, and Ada's not. I've never seen Ada bark at another dog.
Yeah, but not all.
But I mean, if I go to their house, and then Ada will start barking at me, but she just backs up. I think she's just doing.
Well,
there's a difference.
A lot of times, if they had the dog from a pup, maybe they didn't train it that well.
I don't know.
You don't know the whole situation. Maybe it was a rescue dog. Who the hell knows? I mean, but it starts off when they're young.
My point in that is, at that point, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because if he can't control his dog and he's making a threat to other people that he's not, or he might not be able to control his dog, then at that point, that's when you stop walking your dog around other dogs. If you're saying I might not be able to control this dog from attacking your dog, doesn't matter if my dog's in my yard or out of my yard. That's the problem. And that's what I think is the real issue there. Dogs are going to fight.
Maybe.
But they do.
No, they
Some
do. Some
Howie
do.
and Henry go at each other sometimes.
Well, yeah, that's playful.
Oh, no. Once in a while, they're pissed at each other.
Well,
a couple days ago, they went crazy at each other. We had to literally pull them apart.
Oh.
I think that's happened like twice.
Wow.
They're brothers.
Yeah.
They want to kill each other once in a while.
That's what happens with siblings.
Huh?
That's what happens with siblings. You know that.
Right.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know. I'm going to stick by my thought because I really think that it's up to the owner. And if the owner's dropping threats.
Well, he probably should have worded it a little different.
Maybe he needs
he could have said, well, couldn't have said I'm going to be blood. He could have just said, I don't know what my dog's going to do. If he, so.
Yeah. Kathy says Ada doesn't care about other dogs. She's had a lot of training.
See, that's
younger years.
that's the difference, because a lot of people, when they get a small dog, a puppy, they train them, just being around them. But we don't know how this, like I said, if this dog was a rescue dog and somebody else trained him, or they trained him when he was small, or whatever. I mean, that's the way labs are. They just like to jump around, and they're not a calm dog.
Jump up, and get down.
Yeah. So
Victoria says, what a fence that you don't even need to dig post holes for. I've seen those. I know exactly what she's talking about. It's just got spikes and you put it in, which would be perfect for Howie and Henry.
Yeah.
So Lori says, and this is many Judge Judy shows ended with, you're at fault because you didn't control your dog.
that is true. It's generally been dogs off leash or going on your property. But
Okay.
But again, if your dog goes out into their space, has that dog under control,
We understand that.
then it's your fault.
I get that.
Yeah.
But my point is what if? Because he said there may be a time I can't control my dog. That's what he said.
He was warning you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
But he could have used a different choice of words.
Yeah. Then he used words like bloodshed.
Yeah, he could have used a little bit. He could have just said, look, I don't know. If I lose control, I don't know what my dog's going to do, because we know how big dogs are with small dogs. So he could have used those kind of words.
Right.
And it came across as,
What if his dog gets loose, comes into our yard? What then?
and it's his fault.
That's all I'm talking about.
It's his fault.
Yeah. And if he's already talking about, he says, what if I can't control him? What if? Well, then don't walk your damn dog around mine.
Well,
If you think that there may be a problem, you can't control your dog,
yeah.
go somewhere else.
Well, he's got to, I mean, I know what you're saying because it's your dog's, but he has a right too. He lives on that street, and he has the right to walk his dog on that street. Just like you have the right to walk the dog on that street. So he could say to you, well, go walk your dog somewhere else. Same thing to you. So he has a right. I'm not trying to be one-sided here. I'm just trying to, try to take his side and say, we don't know. I can understand. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So tell me, I still don't understand how you're taking his side.
I'm just trying to say, to be fair to him, that he has a right to walk on that street, just like you have the right to walk.
That's not disputed.
But
That's
he gets a
disputed.
right to walk his dog on that street.
Huh?
He has a right. But what he could do is he could walk on the opposite side of the street, away from the dogs.
But if I walk into a restaurant,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
and I don't have any shoes, socks, or a shirt on,
Yeah.
okay, and I'm creating a public disturbance, and I'm asked to leave,
Yeah.
am I at fault or are they at fault?
You are.
Or is it my right to be there because it's a public restaurant?
It's your fault.
Oh,
Because it's usually noted on the entrance into the.
it wasn't.
Oh.
But I'm just saying.
I know. But that's a little different situation, because
Why?
now you're on private property.
Okay, my yard is private property.
But he's not on your yard. He's walking down the street.
I know, but Paul, what I'm talking about is the scenario of their dog getting loose, coming onto our private
That's
property.
different. Then I agree, Ben.
Because he's saying I might not be able to control him. My problem is if there's a chance that you can't control your Prozac up vicious dog, then maybe you need to walk that Prozac up vicious nut job dog somewhere else.
Maybe he's not vicious. You're assuming he's vicious because he's.
They said he's vicious.
Oh, they told you he was.
I have text messages saying that he's an asshole.
Well, if they use those words, I can't.
There you go.
Sorry.
See, this is where Melissa and I don't agree. She goes, I really don't want to start trouble with the neighbors. I'll keep Henry tied up in on the chance they walk by. I just feel bad for him. It's not fair, and it's not his fault. Well, I want to keep things civil. They aren't bad people. No, they're not bad people.
Yeah.
They aren't. That's not the issue. The issue is if he gets loose, where it's been stated that it could happen.
Yeah.
Then maybe
it's a different story.
You shouldn't do it. Good morning, Joe. Joe says he still has a responsibility knowing there might be a chance his dog can get out of control. That's what I'm talking about. That's it.
Well, if he knows he's that, he could walk around you. I mean, I agree.
If you're walking with a knife and you didn't take your Prozac today,
yeah,
all right, and there's a chance that you may jack someone up with your knife, but you don't know because you don't know if your PTSD is going to kick in,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But if it does, should you be carrying a knife at all?
Probably not.
There you go.
Yeah. But different scenario. It's not a knife.
They're all different scenarios, but the thing is it's true. I mean, try to compare the two. If there's a possibility that you know that something could go wrong.
So what's this person supposed to do with his dog if he can't walk down the street?
Walk him somewhere else.
Where?
Walk him around. I don't know. Walk him where there's no other dogs, where he could be a threat.
Where's he going to walk him?
No, that's up to him. It's up to him to figure that out, not me. My dogs aren't a threat.
I would think, unfortunately, until something drastically happens.
That's exactly what I want to prevent. Because if his dog does something to my dog, then let's just leave that sitting right there.
Well, he knows that. He knows that.
Let's just leave that one sit.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to say something that I'm going to regret. Hey, Jill, good morning. Thanks for jumping in today and participating. Just keep your dogs' leashes and under control at all times. Even the nicest dogs can turn. I agree 100%. They're animals. They're unpredictable at times.
Yes, they are.
All right. I had a gray cat by the name of Randy, the sweetest cat in the world.
Yep.
Right? Matter of fact, Randy is one of the cats we lost while living in Canterbury to some sort of predator or whatever. Randy would just come up and sit on you and go, "Hey, what's going on?" And, and that's it. Randy would sleep right next to me. Whatever. Phil Michelle comes over to the house. You know Phil, right? One of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet. Picks Randy up. Randy scratches the living shit out of him. Totally unprovoked. Phil's bleeding out of his arm.
Wow.
He's like, "I don't know what I did." And I said, "I don't either." So just that statement right there, even the nicest dogs or cats can turn. They're animals.
Yeah. They can.
And that's my point. I don't want to go ahead. I want to look, an ounce of prevention is the best medicine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Well, unfortunately, the person's going to do what he wants to do. There's nothing much you can do about it. As long as he's walking down the street, his dog's on a leash.
Singing do what did he do?
There's nothing you can do about it.
You're right. There is nothing I can do about that.
Unless you start to get other neighbors complaining, then you might be able to do something. But right now,
it's a public street. I understand that.
Yeah.
That's not my problem. My problem is if the dog owner has already stated on numerous occasions that their dog is aggressive, is very aggressive, and if I can't control them, then what? Then you know what? There's no dog in that neighborhood that's safe.
True.
That's my problem.
Well, then that's a responsibility that dog owner is taking. And if something happens,
right,
they're going to be in deep doggy do because let's face it, it could not only be a dog, it could be somebody's cat, it could be somebody's other kind of pet, it could be a kid. You don't know.
Exactly.
Could be the postman get his ass bit. So you don't know.
Daryl says, my dog likes to knock over the garbage when I'm not at home. Now, the garbage isn't doing anything wrong, but I still put the trash can in the closet so he can't get at it. It's not fair to the garbage, but not fair to the garbage can, but I need to make sure the dog doesn't knock it over.
They're an animal and they're unpredictable.
Exactly.
So
that's why
not much you can do.
My problem isn't with Tucker the dog. My problem is the way that he's being handled and basically saying, I feel that he's acting in a very lackadaisical way and saying, I can't control him. Guess what? It doesn't matter where my dog is. No. It doesn't matter where the dogs of the neighborhood are.
No.
If this jerk gets loose, he's going to go anywhere.
That's true. You're absolutely
That's my problem.
Yeah, no.
And my problem is with that dog owner telling me that's what's going to happen.
Well,
control your effing dog.
And
if you can't,
it's so noted. So, like I said, if something happens, the dog owner is going to be in trouble.
Yep.
Yeah. So
that's my problem.
Yep. No, you're right.
Even Melissa in here said, we're, not tying up Henry. Not a good thing. We should be tying him up. Yes. But if that other dog is going to get loose, it doesn't matter if he's tied up or not. He's going to come get him.
Yeah.
So.
Or something else. Who knows? You don't know.
Right. Yeah. When can you ever just be on my side?
I'm just trying to be on the other side.
I know. You're always on the other side.
Well, you can't always be one-sided in this show,
I know.
We're only trying to...
We're never one-sided. We're not.
I was only trying to... I don't even know who the hell this dog owner is, but if he is aggressive...
They're not bad people. I want to say that, too. They're not bad people.
Then they're acting irresponsible because they know the situation, or they're just saying the hell with it. So I don't know. They know their dog, so...
Mm-hmm. Right, and that's the thing that he mentioned, and that's what worries me.
If he told you he was vicious, then I would be a little nervous, not just the dogs, but for kids
people.
Or anybody, people.
Exactly.
He can bite anybody.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, we've chewed on this a little much.
Chewed on it.
So so you'll be in Friday?
I'm afraid I'll be here Friday.
You'll be here Friday, yeah. So we appreciate everybody that comes in and goes ahead and participates in the show, because that's what we love about the show is to just bring up topics and have people participate and tell us what you think or whatever in a constructive way. And I think we pretty much accomplished that. Mm-hmm. And we get more and more people and different people every day, and we appreciate everybody that comes in here. If you know of anybody that wants to take part or something like that, tell them about the show. Share the show with them and ask them to pop in. We would love to have more people. No, you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with Paul. No. That's not what this show is about. The show is about talking about how you feel about a certain subject. In a constructive manner that maybe somebody will get some resolution to, and we've had that. Yep. We've had that many times. So that's cool. The other thing, go to the We Love the 80s TikTok and buy a damn tumbler.
Yeah.
Or just message me and I'll take care of you. Anyway, Paul, thank you very much.
See you Friday.
As always, we'll see you Friday. Tomorrow, not sure, but it'll be Mike and a Wassilic, I'm thinking.
And a dog, Tucker.
No freaking way.
You see the signs everywhere. No alcohol if under 21. No tobacco under 21. No vaping supplies under 21. It's 21 for a reason.
Youth that use alcohol are more likely to engage in other risky behaviors, such as gambling. Learn the warning signs and how to talk to your children about addiction.
It's 21 for a reason. Brought to you by CIRAC and funded in partnership with SAMHSA. Find out more at CIRACCT.org.
You buy better.
Better with Burns.
Much better.
So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns.
When does your insurance matter the most? It takes a lot of time and attention to set it up. You pay the premium, and hopefully you don't have to use it. But what about when you do? Who's there for you when you bought your policy from a website? Are you at the mercy of an 800 number?